Hi everybody, Brian here with Photonic Health, and this is my hound dog Teagues. We're going to be going through an assessment on him and do a little bit of red light therapy work on him. A little bit of background on Teagues is that he's our hound dog that came to us about 7 years ago. He's about 7 to 8 years old right now, and he was hit by a car in the back right hip. And this is the way you want him. You want him actually quite relaxed when you start working on him. But laying down, we have to get him up. But anyway, the back right hip, he had fractured out 95% of his femur bone, or his femur socket, and we were supposed to have a $2,000 to $5,000 surgery done on him, which, you know, that can run into all the different kinds of complications. You can blow out an ACL on it or CCL on an opposite leg, or amputation, different things that can end up happening. That's always what we fear. And we started putting the red light pad on him 20 minutes a day, twice a day for a week. And after a week, he started putting his weight down on his foot. And after about 14 or 12 to 14 days, he started walking and running on his leg already. So within 30 days after he was done, he was back to almost like normal. He's got a little bit of a turnout of the foot, but otherwise everything is working good on him. He's moving just fine. So that's what light therapy can do for you. But for right now, we want to talk about an assessment. I can't do an assessment with him laying down. We kind of can if you wanted to, but we're going to ask Teagues. Come on, Teagues. Teagues, up. We're going to ask him to get up a little bit. Good boy. So we're going to open up the bladder meridian. Now, I like to do it because dogs are going to tend to want to take off. They have about attention span of about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to use my one hand and hang on to the collar of the other one and just rub it over the top of the bladder meridian on the dog. The bladder meridian is about 2 inches away from the center of the line of the dog, so I'm catching it from both sides just by coming over the back. We do this about 3 or 4 times, and you'll notice that when dogs' energy opens up, a lot of times they will start to lick and chew and yawn. It's pretty common. All right, so assessment on dogs can be a little bit different than horses. That I don't find the pen is that too necessary. So I do is I use my fingers and I kind of squeeze. Now you notice that he's a little bit of discomfort around his atlas when I'm squeezing right behind on both sides. So I'm gonna move my way down on the throat, over the top of the scapulas down, and then I'm just going to work my way down and see and pinch a little bit as I'm going down over the back to see if I got anything going on. Run my hand on both sides, check the sacros themselves, that's pretty good. On the back of the withers, and then run along the stomach. And then what I like to add with dogs is I kind of just feel down the legs, make sure everything's okay when I'm doing the paws. The other paw, you're being such a good boy. Around the other back leg. And then as a last step, what I like to do is I like to come up and check their mobility to the right. And you can see it's very, very stiff going to the left. Right's very easy to do. Left is very, very hard. Pick up the front leg and that's good. Other leg is good. Back leg is pretty good. And they'd let you know, they'd go, ouch. And left leg's a little tighter. So, where we would start with him is introductory points. And I'm just going to first show him the light, make sure he's okay with that. Putting it on Bach Way, or not, sorry, not Bach Way, but GV26. A little bit of yin tang. GV14. And then I'm going to find between the sacral and back, which is the Bach Way. Let that sit there. Now I find with dogs we could sit down and we could do meridian points or pain points, but I find what seems to work the easiest with them is to just do the introductory points and then take your essential pad system, lay it over them, turn it on. So most of his areas in the back end, you can either just hold it over to him, you can strap this on if you want to. Good boy. So while you're doing this, you might see the dog try to move himself. He might fall asleep, he might start to yawn, might start to reposition himself. As you can see with him, he's definitely feeling this right now. So we're just going to lick, there's the lick and chew. Good boy. Bring this back over him. I'm going to do the other side of the withers now. We're going to see if we can get his mobility a little better on his neck, so we're going to work on that next. So I'm going to use 2 lights. We're just going to work right down the sacrals themselves, or I'm sorry, the cervicals. Good boy. And see if we can release this neck so that you're going to go 9-8, huh? It's always fun to work with dogs. And then I'm going to go underneath his TMJ on both sides the same way as we did on horses. And then after about a 10-minute session, we're going to have him sit up and we're just going to see if we got a little more mobility to the left side of his body. As you said, he's not complaining about the time he's under lights. Okay. We're going to see how he's doing. Teague's up. Teague's up. Come on. Come on. Good boy. There you go. So we're going to turn him this way. So we notice that now when we go to the left. Yeah, I'd say we got quite a bit more. Good boy. So that's what we're looking for when we get done, that we got more mobility and that all the pain that we had found has gone away. Teague says thank you.